You know, living here in Knoxville, Tennessee for the past 3 years now, I can't help but continually draw comparisons between this scruffy city and the former smoky city of my hometown, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Grew up in Pittsburgh in the 60s and 70s. I don't remember what renaissance it was in Pittsburgh in the late 60s. But city planners decided to tear down the brick and mortar and steel structure of the Forbes Field Ballpark on the University of Pittsburgh campus. And decided to put the new Pittsburgh Ballpark, Three Rivers Stadium, on the north side of downtown, across from the industrial slum that today features a fountain, a beautiful park, and is called The Point. They hold plenty of festivals there. It was going to be right across from The Point and the new fountain, and it was going to be called Three Rivers Stadium. They decided to put it on the north side simply because land was abundant and it was cheap. Very, very, very cheap. Because what was over there was nothing but closed buildings, warehouses, old manufacturing buildings. And so Three Rivers was born in 1970, welcomed in by the Pittsburgh Pirates, going to the playoffs, I think in 70, later to win the World Series the next year, and of course the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of christened the new stadium with the Immaculate Reception, which of course would turn the entire Pittsburgh Steeler franchise from a subject to be mocked and ridiculed in all the local papers into the Steeler dynasty and franchise that would go on to win, 5 Super Bowls? I forget the last count. They were looking for the thumb the last time I counted. Don't know if the Steelers got there. This here is the new home of the Knoxville Smokies, Covenant Health Park. And it just recently opened here in downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. Much like the Three Rivers of old, it is freeway close and has plenty of parking. The soccer club here is sharing this new ballpark with the AA baseball team, the rechristened Knoxville Smokies. They played here the other night to the largest attendance ever in the league, in the country. Not just the Knoxville club, but the entire division, league, whatever it is they play in. Never had I think it was like 7,000 people here the other night. Never had such attendance in the history of the league throughout the country. So they have christened the ballpark, I suppose, and shown their support. If nothing else, this ballpark is quirky. It is no cookie cutter sort of ballpark like Three Rivers Stadium was, imitating their neighbors, Cincinnati, who was imitating their neighbors. It's like on and on and on. This is one quirky ballpark. This here is the main entrance, I believe, to the ballpark here. Covenant Health Ballpark. And I love the design. Because it is so original. Oh, that's a storm blowing out, not blowing in here. We've had spring showers for the past week. I love the open air entrance. Is that nice? Super cool. One of the characteristics of the Covenant House Ballpark is that it is basically encircled by housing, new housing, condominiums and apartments circle the new Smokies Ballpark here in Knoxville. It will be very much a community ballpark and not a sort of generic cookie cutter. It's hard to get to on the north side. I hate parking over there. I hate walking over there. Truly a community ballpark, which is so representative. I myself have noticed, visiting some of these places around the country, these AA affiliate ball teams in Memphis, Alabama, Hartford, Connecticut. The Delaney is apartments and condos, I believe, along the first base side here. It is named after the Delaney family, Joseph and Buford Delaney, who were famous painters from Knoxville. Joseph and Buford both went to New York. Joseph came home and later taught at the University of Tennessee. Buford, on the other hand, loved the New York scene and the New York nightlife. And James Baldwin, they were a prominent couple on the sidewalks of New York for many years. James Baldwin was madly in love with Buford Delaney. Buford himself, a black painter during the 50s and 60s, eventually became an expatriate, saying screw this country, and he took off like many back then, and many still today, who do not care for the Civil War that continues here in the United States. Pretty impressive. As you can see, it's not all done here. There's still work to be done. But the Knoxville Smokies season has started. And I must say, From warehouses to homes. Knoxville, I love what you've done with this ballpark. Go Smokies!